Hey, listen up. I want you to imagine something for a second. If you could peek behind the curtain of a woman's strongest belief about herself, that she is totally self-sufficient, completely fine on her own, what do you think you'd actually find? It's not about the money. It's not about the job title. It's about a secret fear so deep most women won't even admit it to their best friend. It all boils down to one word: control. We're about to dive into the single hardest truth women need to hear, but honestly, don't want to. It's the one thing that will literally change the way you see every relationship from now on. But before we get into the heavy stuff, if this kind of real talk relationship breakdown is what you're here for, hit that like button and subscribe. Seriously, you don't want to miss the next one. Okay, let's get into it. Part 1. The control trap. Let's start with the control thing, right? Most women crave control and they'll tell you it's because they are strong or they just know how to get things done. But here's the real tea. It's not about wanting to lead, it's about not feeling safe enough to let go. Think of control as an emotional armor. When she doesn't actually trust a man's stability, his strength or his follow-through, she has to become that strength herself. She basically says, "Fine, I'll wear the pants, because I can't trust you to keep them up." So, she starts micromanaging, she tests him, she tries to dominate every single situation. But that's not power, guys. That's her fear in a nice dress. It's the constant worry that if she stops steering the ship, it's going to crash. And ironically, that very fear, that need to control, is exactly what pushes away the healthy, strong leadership she claims to want. She's stuck in a loop. Part 2. Hooked on the drama. Here is another truth bomb that really hits home for a lot of people. Most women confuse emotional chaos with actual connection. If a woman grew up in a dramatic environment, peace feels weird. Calm feels like boredom. If everything's too steady, she'll mistake that calm for a red flag and want to jump ship. Why? Because the absence of fighting feels like the absence of passion. That is why she keeps chasing the guy who keeps hurting her and pulls away from the stable guy who actually grounds her. She's not truly in love with the bad boy. She's an adrenaline junkie. The rush of breaking up and making up, the tension, the uncertainty, that's her high. But that's not deep connection. That's just emotional exhaustion dressed up as fire. For real love, you gotta get off the roller coaster. And for many women, getting off that ride is the scariest thing in the world because it means sitting still with yourself for the first time. Part 3. The weaponization of feelings. Okay, let's talk about divine feminine energy. Great concept, right? But way too many women preach that, then operate purely from reactivity. They cry, they blame, they shut down, they manipulate, and then they label it, "Oh, I'm just emotional. It's just my feelings." Let me be clear. That is not feminine power. Real feminine power is knowing how to regulate your own emotions. It's being able to feel everything, the anger, the sadness, the frustration, without immediately dumping it on your partner and making it their fault. When a woman lacks emotional maturity, she will literally weaponize her emotions to win the argument. Tears, silence, guilt trips, deflection. It's often unconscious, but it's still manipulation. And that erodes the foundation of trust faster than anything else. You're not winning the relationship, you're just winning the fight. Part 4. The truth they can't handle. And this last one, it's the one that stings the most. Women say they want honesty, but they truly cannot handle it. The second a man tells her a difficult truth, maybe about their relationship, maybe about her behavior, maybe just his honest opinion, she takes it personally instead of powerfully. That's not vulnerability, that's emotional immaturity. She doesn't see his truth as data to improve the connection. She sees it as a criticism of her worth. If you can hear a harsh truth from the man who loves you without collapsing into tears or rage, you're telling him, "I value my comfort more than I value the health of this relationship." And that's a scary place to be. You have to learn to hold the truth, look at it and say, okay, that hurts, but what do I need to learn from this? Part 5. The real freedom. So for the women watching this, the more you hate on all men, the more you're just revealing the unhealed pain from one man in your past. You've still got that armor on, and it's heavy. The honest-to-God truth is, most women do want a man to step up and lead a healthy, safe life, but their ego won't let them admit it. They want to feel safe enough to surrender. You got to stop confusing your old wounds with your current worth. When you actually heal, softness doesn't feel like weakness anymore. And guess what? Surrender starts feeling like actual freedom. A feminine woman doesn't lose her power when she surrenders to a healthy masculine man. She amplifies it. And that is the secret every real man is waiting for you to finally own.